and we're definitely getting into the newspapers, this news flash this morning to check out what exactly have been reported in the dailies here on the show. Before we get into that, though, let me ask you, if you're a young entrepreneur who's trying as much as possible to get business going on, have you actually thought about taxes and how you can actually enjoy some very interesting, tax exemptions from that business that you're doing now? GRA wants you to know that there are tax exemptions for young entrepreneurs in selected businesses that I'm just about sharing with you. Now, income of a young entrepreneur from some selected businesses is exempt from tax for 5 years, and that's what you need to know. Any young entrepreneur out there who is engaged in manufacturing, information and communications technology, if you're into agro-processing, energy production, of course, waste processing, and tourism and creative arts. So if you're also into horticulture and medicinal plants, this is an opportunity for you to begin your life with something that would definitely go a long way to supporting you in making sure that you're able to sustain yourself. Now, it doesn't really, have to be a rigid, processes. Now, when you go to GRA, you'll be able to, get all the information that you need and get yourself going. So if you're a young entrepreneur and you're watching me this morning, you're engaged in the various businesses that I've mentioned above, that you enjoy an initial 5-year concession, benefits from the following applicable tax rates for an additional 5 years. Now, if you're in Accra and Tema, you've got 15%. And if in other regional capitals outside the 3 northern regions, you have 12.5% tax exemption. And outside other regional capitals, you enjoy 10%. And the 3 northern regions have 5%. And so if you're in the 3 northern regions, you've got 5% exemption of tax. And Accra and Tema will enjoy 15%. If you're in other regional capitals outside the 3 northern regions, 12.5% is what you've got. And outside other regional capitals, you enjoy 10% from that tax exemption. All right. So this is something that would interest you if you're a young entrepreneur and you're looking forward to making some, very good business and making some money out of it. This should actually interest you. All right. So please make sure that if you want more information, you go to GRA. You'll be explained, to some of the issues that they're bothering your mind in terms of this tax exemptions that I'm talking about this morning here on the show. So that's a bit of info for you. Now, let's get into the papers this morning here and share with you some of the front pages of the newspapers and what they are reporting today. Now, we're getting to the Ghanaian Times. It says most authoritative newspaper, and on the front page over here it says, let's raise funds internally for development. President urges African leaders, and we've got a picture of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in a handshake with Dr. Akinwumi A. Adesina, the president of African Development Bank, after a meeting at the Jubilee House. And that's captured boldly on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. It says we should raise funds. Page 16 has a story on that, so you can check out the details of that. Now, some more stories. Schools in Boku closed down following renewed chieftaincy clashes. Page 3 has a story on that. Strengthening health system in sub-region. Page 17 has a story in Ecuador being told to strengthen health system in sub-region. IPP chamber kicks against the cost recovery tariff demand by ECG. And it has a picture of Mr. Akpetogbo. Page 28 has a story on that. And that's what the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning. Please grab a copy and read about all that would interest you in the Ghanaian Times this morning. Away from that, let's do the Daily Guide. And the Daily Guide this morning has this, big one on the front page. And it says, new charges for Collins Dauda and four others. It has a picture of Alhaji Collins Dauda captured over there. And it says, the Office of the Attorney General has indicated its decision to amend the charges leveled against Alhaji Collins Dauda, a former minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, who doubles as NDC MP for Asutifi South in the Ahafo region, and 4 others involved in the 200 million Saglemi housing project scandal. P3 has more story on this. You can grab a copy of the Daily Guide this morning and read all about it here. And away from that, Nana France on Africans' reliance on World Bank, and he's got a group picture of His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the President of African Development Bank, and the person of Dr. Akiwumi captured over there. I think the Ghanaian Times also captured that this morning here. Away from that, lawyer ditches Kaswa teen killer. P3 has a story on that. And drastic times deserve drastic measures. Agents and Evans Otumfuo General, the Secretary for the Mobile Money Association of Ghana, is speaking on that as well. He says drastic times deserve drastic measures. Page 6 has a story on that. So if you're a mobile money agent or a member of the association, you might as well want to go check out what exactly your General Secretary is saying when it comes to the intention to actually support the mobile money, e-levy thing that is ongoing right now. They paid a courtesy call to the president at the Jubilee House, and they have actually, told the president that they are in support of the e-levy thing, and they would help him succeed with that. So if you remember, I'm sure this would actually interest you. Now, I don't own Sompa FM majority leader or say Mensa Bonsu says so. And these are actually captured on the front pages of the Daily Guide. Now, let's get into the middle page and find out if we can have something to talk about as well. I will win 2024 elections. John Dumelo speaks on that. And I faked my pregnancy. He's got a picture of Michi. A couple of weeks ago, there were some pregnancy pictures that were seen on social media, which saw the musician, socialite, posing with some pregnancy. She said she faked it. Genevieve Nnaji returns to Instagram. It will interest you what exactly has been going on in the life of Genevieve Nnaji. Remember that she actually deleted all the pictures on her social media pages and also unfollowed almost everybody, and posted some very, very disturbing notes on the social media app Instagram, where a lot of people were very worried about it. But she's returned, and we hope that things are well with her. Idris Elba's wife takes a Greek assignment in Kenya, and that's also some stories you can find in the middle page of the Daily Guide this morning. Let's get into the Daily Statement, and it says leverage technology to train the next leaders. Bawumia charges academic institutions. See page 2 for more story on that. It has a picture of the Vice President Muhammadu Bawumia captured over there, and Boko and the curfew over renewed shootings, and also government commissions a plastic bottle collection center, and that's the Daily Statement reporting this morning here on the front pages. You can grab a copy and read all about it. And let's get into more of the newspapers. We'll get into the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic this morning says danger of smoke revealed. Inhalation causes hypertension and pneumonia, lung problems. Research proves so. And it's got a picture of Dr. Suleiman Abubakari, the head of environmental health research at the Kintampo Health Research Center. And it says that new study has revealed that inhaling smoke from firewood contributes to hypertension, pneumonia, and disruption of lung functioning. The study by the Kintampo Health Research Center in the Bono East region, which is being conducted over a long period of time, is titled Ghana Randomized Air Pollution Health Study, known as longitudinal research. The study began in 2013, and you can find some more story on that on page 3 of the Daily Graphic this morning. Let's get into some more of the reports on the front page of the Daily Graphic. And utility companies want increased tariffs. Page 16 has a story on that. You can grab a copy for more details on that utility issues. Now, Funding Africa's Development, AFDB, needs capitalization. The president says so. Page 16 has a story on that. And barrier of Dasibre Otibuating, no trading activities in New Job. In page 20 has a story, and that's the Daily Graphic reporting this morning here on Newsflash. Now, let's get into some more. We're probably going to be doing some business. Business Finder this morning has got some cost of capital corruption, bureaucracy, impeding growth of businesses. Survey actually says so. And the Business Finder this morning is reporting on that on the front page. Republic Bank appoints new MD in the person of Mr. Benjamin Joboku, also captured on the front page of the Business Finder. And the Supreme newspaper is here, and this one, it says huge chunks of security expenditure spent to prevent chieftaincy dispute. President reviews and calls for effort to arrest the situation. And Reject Mahama and NDC to keep Ghana's development in motion. Dr. Kyerematen actually speaks on that and has a picture of Dr. Michael Kojo Kyerematen captured over there. And e-levy is a catalyst for Ghana beyond aid. CVM founder says so, page 4. Has a story, and NLA sets up Wise payment centers, begins instant payment of wings. P3 has a story and it's captured Sami Oku, NLA boss over there as well. And NADMO RMC trained, equipped on enterprise risk management. That's also on the front page of Supreme newspaper. This one reporting on Newsflash. Now, let's get into the business analyst. And Bawumia donates 100 laptops to the University of Ghana Business School. Page 5 has a story on that. And the big story over here this morning says April inflation hits 23.6% as transport and food prices surge. The figure is the highest recorded since August 2019. And that's the business analyst analyzing situation of Agric this morning. We will reduce transport fares if government reduces fuel prices. GPRTU fires back. Page 3 has a story on that. And e-levy will free Ghana from IMF control. Razak Kojo Opoku argues on that. Page 5 has got a story. And FDA cautions public over unregistered Lada Yakuku Indomie chicken flavor. And that's the FDA this morning, cautioning the public against this new product that is in town. I don't know if you've bought some yet, but if you are, you've got plans of buying some, I'm sure you might as well want to read about what FDA is saying about it, just so you're careful what exactly you might be buying in the market. Now, away from that, the very last one I have this morning, the Chronicle is here on the front page. It says 3 Ashaman boys dragged to court, charged with murder, robbery, and it's got pictures of the suspect at the court premises on Tuesday. And another one over here says, I will lead NPP to recapture lost seats. Nanabi speaks on that. Will make for the third force for NPP chiefs. Also say so. And well, before we wrap it all up on this, the Chronicle has got Proverbs 14:32, and it says, the wicked is thrust down by his wrongdoing, but the righteous has a refuge when he dies. And that's our Bible verse for today, Proverbs 14:32. The wicked is thrust down by his wrongdoing, but the righteous has a refuge when he dies. And that's what the Chronicle is saying this morning here on the front page. Also, of course, some other newspapers have reported a lot on that, and I've shared that with you here on Newsflash this morning. Now, I want to get into the conversation of, some other things that will be happening a bit later today here on the show. We've got What's Trending coming up. We've got the sports update also coming up as well. But that will be all for Newsflash this morning here on the show. Once again, there's tax exemptions for young entrepreneurs and selected businesses, and GRA wants you to know about that. Income of the young entrepreneur from some selected businesses is exempt from tax for 5 years, in case you didn't know about that. If you are a young entrepreneur engaged in manufacturing, information and communications technology, if you're into agro processing, energy production, waste processing, and tourism and creative arts, there's an opportunity for you. And horticulture and medicinal plants are also included as well. So you need to actually get that first 5 years of operation tax exemption. And if you're engaged in any of the businesses that I've mentioned, you enjoy an initial 5-year concession benefit from the following applicable tax rates for an additional 5 years. Now, Accra and Tema would enjoy 15%, and other regional capitals outside the 3 northern regions will have 12.5%, and also outside the other regional capitals will have 10%. If you're in the 3 northern regions, you enjoy 5% of that tax exemption, and you might as well want to actually take advantage of that and make sure you're doing business, you're growing, and you're making money for yourself as well. That's going to be all for News Flash this morning. Coming up, we've got what's trending right here on the show. A bit later, we'll get into sports updates as well right here. This is Prime Morning. It's highly interactive. Get on our social media pages and drop your comment over there. It's Joy Prime TV on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on Twitter. Don't forget that we're streaming live on Facebook, so you can just drop your comment in real time. We're definitely going to be reading them. Stay tuned for some more right here on the show.